Hey guys, today I'm going to be going over the basic fundamental of your grip. Not to be confused with the bridge, which is at the front of the cue, closer to the tip. The grip is at the back end of the cue, or the butt of the cue. It's a drastic, important piece to the basics of fundamentals. So today I'll be going over the do's and don'ts of that. Alright guys, so this is your standard cue. It's 19 ounce. So to start off with the grip, what you need to do is you need to find your balance point. So a cue is heavier at the butt end of the cue versus the tip end. So to find your balance point is you want to grip it to where it's even across when you hold it with one hand. It's not leaning to one side or the other. So you want to find that balance point in the middle. That's where your hand is going to start with the grip. Alright guys, so after you find your balance point, you want to start to grip your cue. Again, find that balance point where it's in the middle. When you grip your cue, you want to make sure that your fingers, the tips of your fingers are not touching the palm. It's not a death grip, you want it to be nice, relaxed. Also with your grip, mainly your index and middle finger are what's going to be grabbing onto the cue. Your ring finger and your pinky are just allowing the cue to rest when you pivot back and forth during your stroke. So you want to make sure that it's not a death grip, your wrist isn't locked entirely, it's just nice, relaxed grip. Another thing that I see a lot of rookies do, or amateurs, they rest their thumb on top of their cue. It's not something that you want to do. You want to drop your thumb on the back side of the cue and let it just kind of rest there. Don't put it on top, it messes with the stroke and the grip altogether. So just make sure that your thumb is resting beyond on the back side of the cue. Alright guys, so as you can see, my ring and pinky fingers aren't really gripping the cue. The cue is just allowing to be resting on them at this point. So when you stroke back is when your pinky and ring fingers come into play. They stabilize the cue on your stroke. As you come forward, the cue should come off of your ring and pinky fingers. The only time, like I said, is during the back stroke is when your pinky and ring start to stabilize the back end of the cue. Alright guys, so now it's time to put it all together. You're going to get down, make sure that your arm is at a 90-degree angle, do a couple practice strokes. Remember, don't death grip the cue. Do a couple practice strokes and follow through on your shot. You want to make sure that you follow through every time. Alright guys, so that was the grip, one of the basic fundamentals of pool that every player that's coming in learning pool needs to practice over and over. So again, some key points to remember. Don't death grip the back end of the cue. You want it to rest nicely, mainly on your index and middle finger. Your ring and pinky fingers don't really come into play a lot until the actual stroke occurs. So remember, don't death grip, nice and easy, relaxed, 90-degree angle during your stroke. Practice it over and over and over again. I talk to a lot of my low-rated players about their grip. It's drastically important to improve your game. For other fundamentals, go and see Dante's video on the bridge or Isaac's video on your stance if you want to learn about either one of those. Also comment, subscribe below. Comment with things that you'd like us to go over or things that you struggle with. We'll do our best to assist you in improving your game. Alright guys, oh wait, where are we going? Hey guys, the fundamental today that I'm going to be going over is the grip.
All right.
Over and over and over again. Practice makes perfect. So if you want to see, it wasn't perfect the first time. All right, guys. Oh wait, where are we going? Your game drastically. I talk to a lot of my younger, no, not younger.
What, you play with kids? That's weird. Right. That's all, folks.